This one's for my blogging angels. This one's for my vlogging angels. This one is for anybody who is or aspiring to be a social media influencer. Oh my god. You guys know I never ever feed into drama. Ever. It's not the sort of person I am. I'm so bad at confrontation. It makes me the most anxious person in the entire world. And usually with any other, I guess, situation like this, I would just, you know, sweep it under the carpet, whatever. Haters gonna hate. I ain't bothered, boo, do you know what I mean? But this morning, something happened which absolutely infuriated me. I have not felt these emotions in one time ever to the extreme that I felt them this morning. I was angry, I was sad, I was upset, I was anxious, I was embarrassed, I felt humiliated. So many emotions going through me that I should never have had to feel in the first place. So yes, today's gonna be a story time, angels. Get your cup of tea, we're having a chat. It might get deep, it might get emotional, I might cry, I might shout. You might cry and shout with me, who knows? Right, okay, where do I begin? So, as you guys know, or you may not know, hi, my name is Ellie, and I work as a social media influencer. That's how I make my money, that's how I live my life, it's the world I know. It is the only job that has brought me happiness. It's made me feel like I'm living my life purpose. I feel like I'm helping others in so many ways, and that's why I do what I do. Over the last 3 years, I have been exposed to the real social media industry and the world and the people behind it. That obviously brings so many incredible opportunities. Opportunities like your favourite brands want to send you free clothes. Your favourite food companies want to send you free food. Hotels, travel agencies, the only places you could ever dream of visiting contact you asking to work together in return for some exposure on a YouTube channel or your blog or whatever it can be. Over the last couple of nights, my partner Connor and I have been discussing going to Dublin for a little weekend away, the weekend before Valentine's Day, and I decided to contact some hotels asking if they would like to collaborate. I go visit them, I stay in the hotel, I feature them on vlogs, I put them on my Instagram, I talk about the hotel, I write a review, whatever, in return for a discounted or complimentary stay, because that same hotel would not be able to go to a magazine or to a billboard or to a television advert for a free review in something that could potentially be bringing them a lot more business. I feel so disgusting having to say this. I feel so vile, and it makes me kind of feel sick. But as a 22-year-old girl who's running her own business from her home, I don't feel like I did anything wrong in that. Let me just also point out, I've never ever in all the time I've been doing this had rude or impolite response from whichever hotel or brand or anybody that I have gone to first rather than them coming to me to propose a business idea. I've never once in my life had a rude, nasty, disrespectful response to me directly, let alone what happened after I sent these emails out. I sent a couple of emails out to what looked like the most gorgeous hotels in Dublin. I was like, oh my god, they look fantastic. I would be absolutely honoured to stay there. Sent the emails, and then me and my friend went shopping. We went to Primark. When I was in Primark, I checked my phone and I had loads and loads of Twitter notifications, and I was like, it's weird, what's going on here? And I saw on Twitter somebody had sent me my email. Somebody had sent a screenshot of my email to me on Twitter, and the screenshot was from the original hotel's Facebook page. I had numerous tweets calling me a freeloader, disgusting, skanky, all from these people that I didn't know, which is like, I guess, normal. That's normal for me to have comments from random people that I've never heard of in my life. You know, it kind of comes with part and parcel of the job. Like, you're literally putting yourself out there on the internet, which anybody, anywhere can access, and they're gonna judge you. That's real life. That's social media for you. But I've never had it like this. So yeah, anyway, I went on the Facebook page. My email was screenshotted on one of these posts with an absolutely savage caption. Absolutely savage. Oh my god. I was roasted, right? I was absolutely torn to pieces. Not only was there a savage caption, there were also about over 100 comments, again saying disgusting things about me, all because I had gone to this certain hotel and emailed them politely, offering them a business idea, a business proposal, a collaboration idea, with nothing but the purest intentions. Nothing but the purest intentions. They then decided to take that email, which I had written to them in confidentiality, and blast it over their social media pages with nothing but malicious intent. They posted that email that I had written to them with thousands of likes, of followers, whoever, basically saying I was an awful person for even suggesting that I get to stay there for maybe a discount or for free. I have never had a feeling like that in my life. When I first saw that, I literally felt my heart sink to the bottom of my stomach. It is totally one thing when you run a blog, a social media page, whatever it is you do, and you put yourself out there because you're in control of the content that the people on the other end of the screen are seeing. But when something of you is taken from a confidential message to a business, legitimate business, with a fully grown man running this business, and then blasted over their social media pages, I don't even know what they wanted. They wanted that post to blow up. I don't really know what their intent was. It was just malicious and nasty, and it didn't come from a good place. I cannot be clear enough that that post was literally aimed for people to be like, what the hell? Oh my god, what, like a disgusting freeloader? Like, who does she think she is? She's so up herself. She thinks she's God's gift. Man. I didn't even think to check my other social media, right? But I went on my Instagram and I had hundreds of comments on my most recent Instagram post. People tagging their friends saying, this is the girl. Oh my god, what a disgusting freeloader. Pay your own way, you're nothing special, babe. Like, all of these, I guess, degrading comments. Literally all because a group of people who don't necessarily understand the social media world, like, can I just say something? These were all people that I saw were over the age of like 30 years plus. 30 years plus. Literally internet bullying a 22-year-old girl who is trying to do nothing but run her own business, try and succeed in something she loves, raise awareness about what appeared to be an absolutely stunning hotel in Dublin. I mean, I don't even know. I wasn't even gonna make this video. I wasn't even gonna talk about it at all on my social media. I wasn't gonna make one tweet. I wasn't gonna do one Instagram story. I wasn't gonna do anything. But then I had some other bloggers reach out to me. They really made me see that instead of being upset and literally crying in my own on my car because I was having all of these disgusting, nasty people leave me not very nice comments on my social media, these other bloggers made me realise this isn't okay. And do you know what? It's not just me. This has not just happened to a handful of people. This is something that is like an everyday occurrence if you work as a social media influencer, and I think that's disgusting. People often say, you're so lucky to get clothes sent to you for free, get this sent to you for free, go here for free. And it's like, if you work in a shop, you usually get what, like, I don't know, at least 10% discount or something, I don't know. It is a perk of the job, but you still have to work your ass off in order to get that discount or to get that day out for free, or whatever you do, wherever you work. I'm sure you get some reward. Luckily, in the blogging industry, it's a very glamorous reward. You're gifted these amazing things from different brands, and it's seen as so glamorous, but it is work. It's not just like you can do this thing that you're being offered to be given for free and there's no strings attached. You have to work your ass off, create content for that brand. Content that is worth watching to your average person. Content that is going to come across as authentic, as enjoyable, as relatable, as funny, as happy, as pleasurable to watch. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't going to do anything about this, but I realise it's not just me, it is the entire blogging industry, and I just think, move with the times, people, you know what I mean? It made me so sad to see that the majority of these comments were from older people, from the older generation. How the hell are children supposed to learn the qualities of being a nice, decent person who encourages others to go for their dreams if they are being raised by people who are so bitter about their jobs and the way their lives turned out that they have to take to the internet to write disgustingly degrading comments to a 22-year-old female who actually did nothing wrong? I could completely understand this if I did something so disgusting and so inhuman, people were gonna get their backs up and people were gonna have an opinion. But the only reason people got their backs up is because they don't take the time out to really get to know the blogging industry. They have absolutely no idea what social media is nowadays. And it just makes me so upset to know that there are still these people out there who make it incredibly hard for people to follow their dreams. There are so many young people out there nowadays whose dream, whose life goal is to be able to say, I can provide for myself and my family by putting videos I enjoy making on YouTube. I earn enough money to support myself from my blog that I created to help educate others on skincare, veganism, fitness, nutrition, clothing, fashion, whatever. It is people like the people that were giving me hate for sending that email that stop others, younger children, the younger generation, the next generation, growing up to be a happy individual who does something with their life that they enjoy, who lives a life that they can honestly say gives them as much fulfillment as possible. And that's what got to me. That's why I cried my eyes out in my car alone, because I thought, how the hell are we supposed to tackle this issue when there are still so many people out there that are so close-minded to the idea that you can live a life you create, you can live a life you absolutely love. You love waking up every single day because you're doing what you love with your work. You do not slave away at a job that doesn't bring you inner happiness, that doesn't make you feel like you are living your best damn life every single day. You can create that for yourself. And until the day we stop tearing other people down, for realizing their worth, for realizing what they can bring from one company to another, then we're not gonna get there. We're not gonna get that. Like, I'm sorry, but I just think it's an absolute shame. I just think it's so heartbreaking that there are so many creative, young, talented people out there who have so much to offer, and they are scared of putting themselves out there on the internet because of people like this. Someone tweeted me saying, I feel so sad for the blogging industry right now. So many bloggers encourage people to just say, contact that company, contact that hotel, see what you can get in return for giving them exposure to their target audience. What's the worst they can say? No. Actually, the worst that they can do is literally show you off to the world in a degrading, patronizing, nasty light, like I was put in this morning, trying to do happy business with this hotel, and it's just made me so sad. It's honestly just, it's broken my heart. But rather than wallow in my sadness and my embarrassment and my humiliation, yes, obviously they're the emotions I felt straight away, I want to speak to anybody out there right now who wants to start a blog, who wants to start a YouTube, who wants to do something with their life that is going to make them happy. Do not let these kind of people bring you down. That man's Facebook page is full of roasting people, and you know what? It's gonna come back around to him. It's gonna come back around to him. If you live a life off of solely maliciously degrading people in their honest attempts to be bettering themselves, you're not gonna get anywhere. My intent was literally just to see if he wanted to do business with me in a polite and respectful way. His response was came from a completely dark, nasty place. There was nothing about that that would have made anybody feel good. So I don't know. Like I said before, I don't want this story of mine, but you off doing something you love. This is just almost an example of how you're gonna be if you end up doing something with your life that you don't enjoy, that you don't love, that doesn't bring you happiness, because if you're a really happy person, you don't do that to other people. Do you know what I mean? I was so gutted about it. Like, I was just honestly so upset. Like, I haven't had that big of a cry in such a long time. But then I just thought, you know what, boo, I'm living my best life. He's clearly not living his, and if he wants to use me as a little stepping stone to trying to find happiness out of making others feel like a piece of shit, then that's fine. He can use me all he wants, because I know that I'm a nice person. I don't do anything that I wouldn't be proud of doing or saying if someone came to use it back around later. I'm not a bully. I'm not a nasty person. I'm not a freeloader. I'm not cheeky. I don't think I'm God's gift. I'm just a young girl trying to live her best life and making my way, you know? Don't be discouraged by this story, because there's a million and one others out there, and they've literally used situations like this to fuel themselves forward. Anyway, that is my story time for the day. Thank you guys for being so supportive. Like, social media can be such an amazing place, and it can just make you feel like you have so many loving, caring people on the other end who would do anything for you, and that is so amazing. Then at the same time, I guess it's hard to remember in amidst the love of all of that, that there are some people out there who are just so yeah, chase your dreams. Do not let any type of internet bully like this stop you in your way. Everything happens for a reason. And I honestly think that it's going to be situations like this that make people realise the blogging industry is nothing to be slated for. If you're a social media influencer, good for you, because I know how difficult it must have been for you to cut against the slack of other people in ordinary jobs living in an ordinary 9-to-5 life because they don't have the balls to do what they really want to be doing with their life. So I take my hat off to you, and I take my hat off to anybody who pushes through a situation like this, because it can be so humiliating and you can feel so embarrassed, because that's the way people want you to feel. That's the way naturally you think you should feel, because you have all these people being like, oh my god, you're such an idiot, what the hell, until you have a little bit of a reality check with yourself and you're like, I did nothing wrong. And I feel sad for all of you that are taking the mick out of me, because I know my worth. I know what I can give to people. I know what I can do for people. I know what I expect from other people. And that's not wrong. That's not bad. The sooner the blogging industry is realised as a proper industry, the better for all of us. I'm so sorry today's video has been a bit of a different vibe. I know it's not usually me. I just thought, you know what, I usually keep so quiet about things like this. I don't ever really speak up on, I guess, controversial issues. I don't speak about that. I know that you guys come to my channel for positivity, for happiness, to have a laugh, to have a bit of fun, but I couldn't let this one go without speaking about it. I thought, you know what, mate, if you are gonna try and roast me, I'm gonna roast you right back, and guess who's gonna win? Keep on living your damn happy life, boo, and don't you ever let any dream stealers like this sad, pathetic little man that decided to try and come against me, don't let people like that stop you, please, because that is where we go wrong. That is where the dream stops, because you let stupid people like that come in the way, and it's not worth it. I've had so many people like this in this journey of mine, and the last person was someone very, very close to me. It was also somebody who thought he knew what was best for everybody. He tried to ridicule me, and he said I'd be so embarrassed of myself over the next few years, and that was 3 years ago when I first started my YouTube channel, and look where I am now. Back to normal videos after this one. I feel a lot better now that I've spoken to you guys about it. If you guys have any questions or want any advice on anything like this, then please just leave a comment down below. Sometimes life throws you lemons and you just gotta make lemonade. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.